All right, this module we're going to talk about Decon, decontamination. So there's also a really good training video on prepping and decontamination. There's an assignment after that once you do those two, but you need to look here at this PowerPoint that we're going to show you right now. All right, how to handle decontamination. Understand the different decontaminations, methods, and systems. Discuss the different types of decontamination solutions. Now, they're talking about solutions. They're not talking about the answers. They're talking about a liquid. Identify some considerations for decontamination. Decontamination is done in the decon corridor. All equipment and personnel must be fully deconned before entering the cold zone. Cold zone is the opposite of the hot zone, right? Hot zone is where it's all happening, where it's all dangerous, and cold zone where it's not. Decon takes special equipment and training to perform properly. There are three types of decontamination: gross decon, technical decon, and emergency decon. Four major factors affect the extent of permeation: the contact time, how long you've had this stuff on you or on your suit, concentration of it, what is it, how concentrated is it, temperature, the physical state of the chemicals. The materials used have an added effect as well. Decontamination methods either physically remove the contaminants, inactivate the contaminants by chemical means, or remove the contaminants by both physical and chemical means. Setting up the decon corridor should be based on the following factors: location of the incident, uphill, upwind, free of hazards, and away from contamination. You don't want the decon corridor to be contaminated, obviously. So you want to be uphill from it. You want to be upwind from it, so that you don't have any contamination in it. You're trying to decontaminate here, so you can't have your decontamination be contaminated. The decon area can be complex or simple. This is based on the incident, the hazards of the chemical, and the PPE that's used, and of course the PPE that's needed on the reaction site. This is just a decon outline here. So this is it starts at the top. You have a tool drop, boot wash type of thing. You still do that first because that's pretty easy to do. First stage wash, second stage rinse, bottle exchange if you need it, and go back in. Now that's right. If you need to have a bottle exchange, you want to go back in. Bottle being in your cylinders or your canisters for your second stage wash, second stage rinse. Sometimes there could be a third stage too. Then you want to do outer glove, outer boot removal, outer suit removal, and then inner suit removal, respirator removal, inner glove removal. So that's kind of the process. Now that could vary differently from site to site. So that gives you an idea of what it's about. Each stage should be separated by at least 3 feet. The decon personnel's PPE is usually one level lower than the entry team. So they're suited up. If the entry team is A, they could be a B. So one level lower than the entry team. And that's some pictures of decontamination. That's pretty good. It doesn't, there's no room in this. It's frequently you're outside, and it's what they do. They set them up like this. And for these collection things, sometimes they're just those little swimming pools you buy at the blow up swimming pools, or you buy at Walmart for your 2-year-old. So that's sometimes what they're doing. Now here they have a wash set up here on the left one, and the other ones they just have sprays. And so there's a lot of factors that go into what you need in decontamination. Decontamination equipment may include small swimming pools. You see right there, tarps. Put that on it. You can see so that little splashes don't happen either. Brushes, backpack sprayers, water hoses, buckets or pails, trash containers, folding chairs or walkers. Decon solutions used are dependent upon the chemical at the incident. It should be safe to use, non-toxic, and non-reactive. Typically soap and water. For some reason, Dawn is mentioned quite a bit because Dawn is a pretty, I don't have any stake in the company or anything like that, but a good thing for a lot of different things I've seen it used for. Even if you have dogs, you wash them in Dawn, it supposedly kills any ticks or fleas. Right? They have on their fleas. So anyhow, I wash my dogs in Dawn. Well, dishes too. Additional solutions may include sodium hypochlorite, which is just bleach. And sodium hypochlorite comes in a variety of concentrations. Sodium bicarbonate, emulsifiers, microbials, cat litter is even because it absorbs. Ice even could be. Decon personnel need to be trained to conduct an effective decon. They should be patient but demanding, ensuring they can direct responders. In other words, they got to be patient, got to get it done. And sometimes these people are working in a hot zone, they want to get through, they want to get done. And that's understandable. So they need to be demanding too. They need to ensure the responders' safety until clean. So it's not just the people coming out of the hot zone that you're worried about. If they don't get decontaminated, they can be taking some of these contaminants into the cold zone. And that's really what you don't want to happen. They should first start the head and work their way down. And that video says it's like washing your pickup truck. Pay close attention to areas such as underarms, creases in these suits. You can see these suits are big, they're baggy, they have the folds because they're not tailor made. Groin area, hands and feet, the soles of the boots. Once decon is complete and operations cease, decon personnel must decontaminate themselves. You got to decontaminate the decontamination people. The last person in decon should be the most experienced at decon. They will decon themselves and dispose of all that stuff. Now, all this stuff's got to be disposed of properly. So that's the pretty quick course in decontamination. And watch this video, do the assignment after it. And that's it for this time around. Be safe.